Okay, I'm Brian McLaren, and I'm in Central Florida here with my friend Dr. Leon Hesser, who I just met today, and we're also here with Larry Klein in, like I said, Central Florida. We're basically here to introduce you to a person that's used the product last year. He uses it on vegetable crops in a small way, but I think the results would prove to work just about anywhere. And I'd like to introduce him. This is Larry Klein. Has basically had a vegetable farm for over 20 years down here. In the middle, my friend Leon Hesser, Dr. Hesser, who is experienced with the product now for 2 years. He's seen it as much as anybody that I've talked to. He's seen it in different locations, North Carolina, and around the country. And we're just down here in Florida to gather some information, bring it up to our friends in Northwest Ohio, and show them what the product does and some of the results that they've seen in other areas of the country. So I'll start with a few questions here that I have written down. Like I said, Larry's been here in Central Florida, small vegetable farm. He used the product in 2008. And Larry, just kind of tell me about which crops did you use the product on last year?
It was okra and sweet potatoes.
You've seen some significant differences in plant growth with the okra crop. Can you kind of explain that?
Well, we've seen a bigger and stronger root system in the pictures that we brought with us. We can show you one plant that's nearly 8 foot tall. Normally in our area, the okra is around 4, maybe 5 foot tall. And everything was strong about it. We didn't use any insecticides like we used to use. We didn't use anything but a mill-organite fertilizer the first time in the ground, and that was pretty light. Plant was pretty much on its own, although we did spray it with the product once a week. And in our case, we started off with 1 ounce of product to a gallon of water, and it was put out utilizing the backpack sprayer because we don't have that big of an acreage area. We probably had, give or take, 1 to 2 acres in okra. And potatoes about the same in an area. We were really curious more than anything because we were a little bit skeptical when we had our first conversation with a salesman. And if this product would work like he told us it would work, we would be a customer. And so far it has, especially in the okra. And in the sweet potatoes, we planted them shortly after the okra. The weather was not conducive to farming, although it's probably what farming normally is, bad weather all the time, one way or the other. We had excessive rains. We even had rainwater sitting on top of the ground, even though we have a drainage system in. The system could only hold so much water in our retention pond. Figuring the potatoes would be lost, we didn't stop with the spray treatments. We continued on, and we harvested somewhere over 800 pounds, and we didn't expect to get any sweet potatoes out of it. They were pretty good at that. So they had to deal with excessive water. By rights, probably should have caused some disease problems that were not irreversible, but that's how it worked for us, and we're sold on it.
Dr. Hesser, you've got a very broad background in agriculture in several different countries, over 20 countries you mentioned on the drive up here. And we've all been trying to figure out how the product works, and we just talked to a local salesman down here, and he was mentioning the okra plant that was much bigger than the product than the crop that hadn't got the product on. And the salesperson mentioned that the sugar levels in the plant were elevated, and that's kind of the way this product works. it boosts the plant's immunity and also raises the sugar levels in the plant. And that is measured. Leon, can you talk about how they measure sugar levels?
Well, it's called the Brix levels, and they're scientific instruments to measure it with. I haven't done any myself, but I've talked to a lot of people who say that on berries, raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, it makes them larger and sweeter. And certainly does. I wondered, how many times did you spray your sweet potatoes?
It was once a week during the normal growing season.
And you saw what you thought was a total crop loss situation, and you basically removed a pathogen that would have been in standing water, or the plant responded to your spray, and that was really the only difference you did in the area.
Responded for the better for what we felt we had left.
That's remarkable.
And as a matter of fact, I ate some of them myself, and they weren't bad at all. It was the same with the okra, the pods. You know, normally I think at a grocery store, people will buy it when it's 2 to 4 inches long. Some of this was 5 and 6 inches long. Usually when you get that high or that big in length, then they start becoming fibrous and you don't want to cook them, or you don't want to eat them. But these up to 4 and 5 inches on the okra, I did try them just to see how it was. Surprising, the seeds were still not too big. The hull was not fibrous. It was really good tasting.
So, in your opinion, I know you're not an expert on Brix meters, Leon, but have you seen the sugar level in the plants that this product is applied to? Is that a common thing, that the sugar levels in the plant increase after the product's applied?
I've heard that that's true in sweet corn. That makes it sweeter to taste, and nearly every crop that is grown.
And I remember the salesman actually told us that he had measured the Brix level in the okra crop, and it was his opinion, and none of this can be proven. There hasn't been enough research done on it, but he said that the sugar level was probably the reason that the increased growth happened. And like you said, that actually the plant did not get rank as fast, although it had a lot of growth. The seeds were not mature, and now cut that. The plants, they got tall with a lot of growth, but then the seed quality, or the fruit that you're harvesting, did not get a mature flavor to it.
No, it was 100% really to the good. Even up to the last picking, even when we pulled the plants out of the ground, they were still producing. But it was time. It was their time to be pulled out. They only have a certain lifespan. So, and when we talk about sugars, we don't know how this applies, but we didn't have the insect problems except for ants, and that wasn't really a problem, but we had a lot of ants on the plant flowering areas and whatnot themselves. And in talking with the rep from the company in this area, the fact that it must be the additional sugars that these ants were doing. The plant didn't seem to set back, except for sometimes some of the flowers would have damage around the base of them enough that they wouldn't produce. But once we found our organic product to deal with these ants, the ants were gone and continued on real well.